Hello, everybody. So here we have Andrea from Multinet. She's going to update us with all the latest trends in the property market. We've just had a lovely interest rate reduction. It's now at a whopping 11%. So fun and games. I think this is going to be great for the property market. I can already see from my side, there's a lot more buyers looking, which is awesome. So I'm very excited. Yes, Andrea, tell us from your side, what are you seeing?
Well, hi, everyone. Thanks, Melissa, for having me. So obviously, like you said, yes, we've seen that amazing drop in the prime lending rate to 11%. It's such a good decrease. Actually, it's what the property needed. It's what the market needed. Actually, if we think back to, where it was 11.25 just prior to 30th of January, from 11.25 to 11% on a million rand property, we see that the customers have a payment decrease of 171 rand. So, it's a small amount, but any decrease, is what's going to help the customers at the end of the day. But if we actually think back to May 2023, the prime lending rate was 11.75. Now, from May 2023 to up 30th of January 2024, the prime lending rate has dropped from 11.75 to 11%. Now, that is a payment decrease of 515 rand. That is a good payment decrease. The customers are enjoying it, and we hope to see the payment decrease go a little bit more with the inflation going down and so forth. But if we think about it, the whole from December 2023 to December 2024, the average home loan uptake for people taking up home loans, because of the steady decrease, has been increased to 13.64%. So we're hoping to see that, spike in the home loan uptake with the inflation coming down. So we hope to see that.
Oh, great. That's good news. So at least I can see that you also, from my side, what I'm seeing is also in the stats from your side, which is really awesome. And how are the banks? Is there anything new? What are the banks offering now?
Okay, so we're going to speak about the four major banks, just what they are offering at the moment. Some banks have the same offering for a while. It's actually only been Standard Bank that recently changed their first-time home buyer offering. And then second to that was Absa for last year. But basically, with Standard Bank, their first-time home buyer offering, you can get up to 108% up to the purchase price of 2.2 million. And they also give a 50% discount on your bond registration attorney fees. If we look at Absa, they've got two types of criteria where they've enhanced their first-time home buyer offering. Anything under 700,000, they can give you up to 108%. But anything above 700,000, they can give you up to 106%, not exceeding the purchase price of 2.5 million. And then as well, they'll give you that 50% discount on the bond registration attorney fees. Then if we actually move over to Nedbank, they've expanded their first-time home buyer incentive back in July 2024. All right, so the increased amount have increased from 1.8 to 5 million. So that is nice because we're able to get now costs up to 5 mil. Okay. Now, if you're just new to the bank, you're not a main bank, new to bank and you take a bond with them, they will give you up to 105%. But if you're a main bank, Nedbank customer, you can qualify up to 109%, up to 5 mil. Then FNB, you can qualify up to actually 110%. Okay, but it's a certain bracket in terms of different, purchase prices have different LTVs that you can apply for, but they can extend up to 110%, up to 1.8, but usually they between 100 and 1.8, they usually give lower LTVs.
Okay, that's wonderful news. Sure, the banks are really coming to the party.
Yeah, and we're actually seeing that because with now it's almost, we almost see now with any application with first-time home buyers, they're getting that 50% discount. And even if you're not a first-time home buyer, have we seen the banks come through for 100 and for the banks coming through with 50% discount, even if you're not a first-time home buyer? We have seen those come through.
Oh, that's great. And also with the first-time home buyer, both parties, if the one's bought before, but the other one's a first-time home buyer, then they'll still offer that discount as well, isn't it?
Correct. Yes. As least as one is a first-time home buyer. Yes.
Oh, that's such good news.
Yeah, and actually what is so nice with the first-time home buyers, we've seen now those who are first-time home buyers, their average age that the first-time home buyers are at is 38 years old. Between 38 and 40 years old is the average, age that people are first-time home buyers. But we have seen a significant increase of young professionals being able to do first-time home buying offerings, that the banks are giving these offerings and they're just grabbing onto them because they know it's good deals.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. And at least they're starting to increase their investment portfolio, their property portfolio. So the younger you start, the better your net value will be later on in life.
Yeah, and what's also very surprising that we have found from the stats we've received from our partners like Comcorp, even when you are a first-time home buyer, even any application, whether you're first-time or not, the amount of applications taken with your own bank was only 48%.
Oh.
So the thing is you always think that it's your bank that's going to come through for you and give you the best offer, best interest rate from the get-go. But usually if we look at this 48%, only 48% of people have decided to take the bond with their own bank. So we always say to customers, don't just submit to your own bank. Give the other banks an opportunity as well, because you'll probably find it's not your bank going to give you the best interest rate from the get-go, or the best offer from the get-go. Usually it's a different bank. So yeah, that's we also found very interesting that your main bank doesn't always come through for you.
Yeah, that's why bond originators are so important, because they negotiate on your behalf to all the banks. The banks pay them, am I right?
So so that is currently what we're seeing is happening in the market. With FNB, every month they've got a property barometer that they use, that they give updates to us as mortgage originators just in terms of where their barometer is standing. Now FNB, they call it an HPI, House Price Index. Now, with their HPI, they are steadily seeing a recovering from where it used to be. Now, they are anticipating to accelerate up to 1.8% by 2025, but to exceed 3% by May 2026.
That's great.
So that's great, right? Because we can see that recovering, and that is supported obviously by easing of inflation, supporting of an improving customer sentiment, and lower borrowing costs and so forth. So we can see that there is that steady recovering, and we just hope that it continues to recover so that we can obviously
So that's great. So I'm telling my clients the right thing, because I think towards the end of the year, house prices will definitely see a nice increase. I mean, I can already see with all the buyers coming to view, and we as real estate agents, we're really busy at the moment.
Yes.
Definitely. And then next year, that's actually that's great news. So the house prices will start coming up again. So if people are thinking of buying, they need to buy right now. They can't wait, because otherwise house prices are going to go up. So now is the time. Carpe diem.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just where we are at the moment. 4th of Feb, that's where our stats are at the moment. That's what the banks are offering. But if you have any questions, or if someone has any questions in terms of bank offering and what they can give and what they can't give, and what they qualify for in terms of because each customer's living conditions and employment, it's unique. So we want to be able to advise people the correct way of applying, the best way of applying, to who to apply to, how to apply, so that at the end of the day, it's a very easy process for the customers and they get the best deal out of applying with us.
It's a couple of forms, and at least they know what the banks will give them, what type of loan the banks will give them, and how much deposit they need, if they did need a deposit, and how much transfer costs and all the rest. So definitely get pre-approved before you start your house hunting journey.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, Andrea. If you have any questions for Andrea, let me know, and then I'll definitely send it through to Andrea. And yes, stay tuned for our monthly coffee chat.